Self-determination theory is a framework in psychology that helps us understand human motivation. Developed by psychologists Edward Deci and Richard Ryan in 1985, its central idea is quite simple. People have a natural desire to grow and be in control of their own lives. This theory suggests that we are at our best when we feel that our actions are our own choice, rather than being forced upon us by external pressures. It's not just about achieving goals, it's about how we are motivated to pursue them. This perspective is incredibly useful because it moves beyond seeing motivation as a simple case of rewards and punishments, looking instead at our deeper psychological needs. Understanding this theory matters because it has a profound impact on our overall well-being. When our sense of self-determination is high, we tend to feel happier, more engaged, and more resilient in the face of challenges. It's the difference between dragging yourself to work just for the paycheck and going because you find your tasks meaningful and you have a say in how you complete them. The theory provides a roadmap for creating environments in our schools, workplaces, and even our homes that support this natural drive, leading to greater satisfaction and personal growth for everyone involved. It helps explain why some people thrive while others struggle, even in similar circumstances. The core principle of the theory is that all human beings, regardless of their culture or background, are driven by an inherent tendency to seek out growth and integration. This is not something we have to learn, it is part of our psychological makeup from birth. Think of a toddler learning to walk. They fall down repeatedly, yet they are internally driven to get back up and try again, not for a reward, but for the sheer satisfaction of mastering a new skill. This innate push towards development and self-regulation is what self-determination theory is all about. It posits that for this growth to flourish, certain psychological conditions must be met, which we will explore further. The theory's founders, Deci and Ryan, argued that the social environment plays a crucial role in either supporting or hindering this natural tendency. A supportive environment is one that nurtures our inner motivational resources, allowing us to feel authentic and connected. Conversely, a controlling or unsupportive environment can stifle our motivation, leading to feelings of alienation and a lack of engagement. This makes the theory incredibly practical, as it gives us clear guidance on how to foster motivation in others, whether we are a parent, a teacher, a manager, or simply a friend. It shifts the focus from how can I motivate this person to how can I create the conditions in which this person will motivate themselves. Self-determination theory identifies three innate and universal psychological needs that are essential for motivation and well-being. The first of these is autonomy. This is the need to feel in control of our own lives and to act in harmony with our own values and interests. Autonomy does not mean being completely independent of others. Rather, it is about feeling that we have a choice and that our actions are self-endorsed. For example, a student who is allowed to choose their own topic for a research project is experiencing autonomy. They are more likely to feel engaged and invested in the work because the decision was theirs, reflecting their personal curiosity and drive. The second fundamental need is competence. This refers to our need to feel effective in our interactions with the environment and to experience opportunities to express and expand our capabilities. We all want to feel that we are good at what we do and that we can master the challenges that come our way. Think about learning a new instrument or a new language. The moments when you successfully play a difficult piece of music or have a conversation in that new language create a powerful sense of accomplishment. This feeling of competence fuels our desire to continue learning and improving, making us more resilient when we encounter setbacks along the way. The third crucial need is relatedness, which is the need to feel connected to others and to experience a sense of belonging within a community. We are social creatures by nature, and we thrive when we have warm, caring relationships with those around us. This need is met when we feel respected, understood, and cared for by others. A simple example can be seen in a sports team where players support each other both on and off the field. This sense of connection and shared purpose not only makes the experience more enjoyable, but also strengthens each individual's motivation to perform well for the group, creating a positive and powerful dynamic. When all three of these needs, autonomy, competence, and relatedness, are satisfied, we experience optimal motivation and psychological health. They work together to create a foundation for personal growth and flourishing. If one or more of these needs are thwarted, our motivation can suffer, leading to feelings of frustration, disengagement, or even ill-being. Therefore, creating contexts that support all three of these needs is the key to unlocking our full potential. It's about building a life where we feel we have choices, are capable of meeting challenges, and are meaningfully connected to the people around us. Within self-determination theory, motivation is broadly divided into two main types, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is the gold standard for high-quality engagement. It refers to doing something because it is inherently interesting or enjoyable. The reward comes from the activity itself, not from some external outcome. For instance, a person who spends hours painting a picture simply for the love of creating art is intrinsically motivated. They are not doing it for money, praise, or recognition. The pure joy and satisfaction of the creative process are their driving force. This type of motivation is strongly linked to high levels of creativity, learning, and sustained effort. On the other hand, we have extrinsic motivation. This involves engaging in a behavior in order to earn an external reward or avoid a punishment. Many things we do in life are driven by extrinsic factors. For example, a student might study hard for an exam not because they love the subject but because they want to get a good grade or avoid disappointing their parents. An employee might work overtime to earn a bonus or to avoid being reprimanded by their boss. While extrinsic motivation can be effective in getting people to complete tasks, it is often less sustainable and can sometimes undermine our sense of autonomy. The relationship between these two types of motivation is complex. Self-determination theory suggests that relying too heavily on extrinsic rewards can actually diminish intrinsic motivation. This is known as the over-justification effect. If a child who loves to draw is suddenly paid for every picture they create, their internal motivation may decrease. The activity can start to feel like a job rather than a form of play, and their desire to draw for fun may fade. The external reward has undermined their sense of autonomy, shifting their focus from internal satisfaction to an external prize, which can be a delicate balance for parents and managers to navigate. However, not all extrinsic motivation is created equal. The theory proposes a spectrum where some external reasons for acting can be internalized and integrated into our sense of self. For example, a person might initially start recycling because of social pressure, an external reason, but over time they may come to genuinely believe it is an important environmental value. At this point, the motivation has become more autonomous, even though it started externally. The ultimate goal is to foster conditions that support intrinsic motivation, or at the very least help people internalize and find personal value in the tasks they need to do. Applying the principles of self-determination theory to our daily lives can significantly improve our motivation and well-being. In the world of education, for example, teachers can foster autonomy by giving students choices in their assignments, such as selecting a book for a report or deciding how to present their findings. They can build competence by providing clear, constructive feedback that helps students see their progress and master new skills. Finally, creating a supportive and respectful classroom environment where students feel connected to their peers and teacher helps satisfy the need for relatedness, making learning a more positive and engaging experience for all. In the workplace, managers can use these same principles to create a more motivated and productive team. Granting employees more control over their tasks and schedules enhances their sense of autonomy. Providing opportunities for professional development and recognizing their achievements helps build competence. Fostering a collaborative and inclusive team culture where people feel valued and connected satisfies the need for relatedness. When these three needs are met at work, Employees report higher job satisfaction, greater creativity, and a stronger commitment to their organization, which benefits both the individual and the company. Even in personal areas like health and fitness, self-determination theory offers valuable insights. If you want to exercise more, try to find an activity that you genuinely enjoy, which taps into your intrinsic motivation. Instead of forcing yourself to run on a treadmill if you hate it, perhaps you would prefer dancing, hiking, or joining a sports team. Setting small, achievable goals can build your sense of competence, and working out with a friend or joining a fitness class can fulfill your need for relatedness. This approach makes it more likely that you will stick with your health goals for the long term because they are aligned with your psychological needs. Ultimately, you can actively cultivate your own self-determination by being mindful of these three core needs. Regularly ask yourself, do I have a sense of choice and control in my life? Am I learning new things and feeling effective? Do I have strong, supportive connections with others? If you find an area is lacking, you can take small steps to improve it. This might involve setting a personal goal, learning a new skill, or reaching out to a friend. By nurturing your autonomy, competence, and relatedness, you are not just chasing external measures of success, you are building a foundation for lasting happiness and a deeply fulfilling life.